we have one last thing to give her. Calypso, get off. Hey, Lupin, no. Oh my goodness gracious. Because I guess Lupin figured out how to beat you. Hello everyone, this is Sylvia with Pine Kiko Goats, and unfortunately we have a case of scours with our littlest doeling. This is Kamara. She has been scouring pretty bad these past couple days, and she had it before, but then it cleared up, so I thought we were seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but unfortunately it started up again and she's got really bad diarrhea. So I'm going to be teaching you how I'm treating her for scours. So first of all, my daily routine is every 4 hours I'm going to be giving her kaolin pectin. And so I'll give her some of that today, right now. And then once a day, I give her a shot of vitamin B complex, which I have right here. And then I will also be giving her some probiotic plus paste, which she actually likes eating, which is a good thing because she'll be getting it every day. So first off, let's start with our kaolin pectin. This stuff is pink and it looks like it probably tastes good because she doesn't mind it. There you go, girl. So Kamara is a pretty good little patient. Good girl. Come on. I know, baby, I know. There you go.
Ooh, yummy.
Oh. Tasty. So I'm really hoping that with this treatment she'll clear up soon. But also soon I'm going to do a fecal with some of her feces and see what her parasite count is like. See if we can identify any coccidiosis. I'm really hoping that it's not coccidiosis, but we're thinking that it might be. And last year I actually lost a doeling to coccidiosis. So I'm really hoping that that's not the case, but I'm going to do all I can and give her these medications that I have here. If she does have coccidiosis, which we will figure out through the fecal analysis, then there's some other medications that I can start giving her as well. So we've got the kaolin pectin down, and now it's time for this poor girl to get a shot. Nobody likes a shot, but this is going to help her get better. So very important that she gets it. So I'm just gonna do it subcutaneous. Good girl. Alright, it was super quick.
Oh,
I
you
know,
already
baby.
did it.
Yeah, she did so good. It was just about a 3/4 of a cc for her because she's so little. Hey Calypso, what are you doing? So luckily it was super fast. Good girl. She's such a sweetheart. Okay, and I saved the yummy stuff for last. This is the probiotic paste. And she actually likes this stuff. So I'm gonna give her, hey, stop eating my hair, girl. I know.
She sucks on it like it's a bottle.
She does. So she's gonna be getting 10 milliliters of the probiotic paste. So I'm just gonna turn my little twisty thing, thank you, to the 5 mark. Good girl. She actually likes this stuff pretty well. I know I'm forcing stuff down her mouth. There we go. My goodness, Calypso.
She usually likes it.
Stop eating my hair. Okay, so anyways, these are the treatments that I'm gonna be doing for her every day, and hopefully she gets better. But I'll take you guys along as I give her treatments, and let's hope that she improves as she gets her medications daily. I'll see you guys when I'm giving her treatments tomorrow. Okay, so this will be Kamara's third treatment. Yesterday, the footage that you just barely saw before this was day 2, and today is day 3 of Kamara's treatment. So I have my probiotic plus paste, my vitamin B complex, which is in a shot form, and then I also have kale and pectin, which will help with the scours. So I also forgot to mention that I have been leaving out some electrolyte water for Kamara, which will also help keep those scours down to a minimum and help keep her hydration. Hello. How are you? Usually she's with her sisters. These 3 are a good little crew. And Calypso is very naughty. She's probably going to be jumping all over our camera girl. And Link is probably going to be eating this plastic bag. But we're going to do the best we can today with all these babies. So Kamara actually likes the kale and pectin pretty well. She really doesn't mind it, which is nice. Now I just gotta try to keep these crazy babies away. Hey, Link! In the way, buddy. Oh yeah, that's Lupin. Hey, Calypso. This is not for you, babies. Good girl. See, she just puts her mouth right around it and drinks it. So she's a really good sport with the kale and pectin. Hey, girl. Oh my goodness, these babies are all over me. Good girl. Okay, well we gave Kamara her kale and pectin. And meanwhile I have Calypso and Link and Lupin all over me. The rest of the goats are out browsing right now. Okay, now time to give her the rest of her medication. She's just gonna get her itty bitty shot of vitamin B complex, and then we'll save the yummy stuff for the end. I'll do the best I can with all these babies climbing all over me. So since she got her shot in the right shoulder yesterday, she's gonna get it in, or not the shoulder, the left armpit today. I know I haven't even given it to you, I know. Okay, she did really well. Now I'm just rubbing in that vitamin B complex shot. Okay, we have one last thing to give her. Calypso, get off. Hey, Lupin, no. Oh my goodness gracious. Babies all over the place. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna put my other supplies somewhere high up where they can't reach it. Even more high up than here, because I guess Lupin figured out how to reach it. Okay, one more thing left to do. Probiotics. So last time it was kind of tricky to get the probiotic paste out of the tube most efficiently. So let's hope that it'll work a little better today. You want that?
My toes.
Come on. She had her mouth around it for a minute.
Yeah.
Calypso is being very distracting though.
And Link is tickling my toes.
Oh really? That's funny. They are so naughty, aren't they? Calypso's chewing on my hair and jumping on my back. Whoops, we lost half of it.
It's on your fingers.
Yeah. Hey, stop eating my jacket. Baby goats jumping and playing all over me. They all act like bottle babies, even though they're not. They just love people. So that can be a good bad thing, I guess. But I will see you tomorrow when I do Kamara's next treatment. Hopefully she can start to heal up and get better. Alright, well this is day 5 of Kamara's treatment, and I have my medicines that I'm going to be giving her, her probios, her vitamin B shot, and her kaolin pectin. So as I said, this is the 5th day that I've been doing her treatment, and it looks like her scours are just barely starting to go away. I'm definitely seeing a difference finally, because I've been doing lots of treatments for her, hoping to get her better, so that's good news. Hopefully she'll continue to heal up. We just need to start figuring out what is wrong with her so I can do some further treatment for Kamara. But right now I'll go ahead and I'll give her her medicine. Hey guys, so I'm back with an update on Kamara, and right now I'm heading up to the goat pen to go check on her. But a couple days ago, I believe it was day 7, I actually discontinued treatment for Kamara's scours because she kept staying the same and it wasn't going away. All the medicines that I was using wasn't helping. And it got to the point where that was a lot of medicine in her system, so I probably shouldn't add any more. So anyways, I did discontinue those medicines, and it seems like she's still the same. However, her personality hasn't decreased. She hasn't been lethargic or anything, so that is a good sign. I'll continue to keep watching her, and today I'm actually going to perform a fecal analysis with a fecal sample from Kamara to determine if she has coccidiosis, or see if we can find something in her stool that will help us determine what sickness she has and what we can treat. So I will show you what I can see under the microscope when I put it under there, and I will show it right here. Well, after my supplies finally arrived to do a fecal flotation, here is my supplies that I have laid out performing it so that the parasites float to the top of my slide, and then here I stuck it under the microscope, and here's what I found. So those little egg-shaped things that you see are actually coccidia parasites, so I had confirmed that Kamara has coccidiosis. So hoping that Kamara will get better soon. But for now, I'll just keep an eye on her and keep you guys updated. After doing a fecal flotation and figuring out under my microscope that she does indeed have coccidiosis, I went ahead and treated her with a dose of 3 milliliters of tortrozuril medication, and I will give her another dose in 10 days. But that's it for now on all of the treatment for Kamara, and stay tuned in a further video from here. I'll update you on the babies and tell you how Kamara is doing as far as her coccidiosis. Hello everyone, this is Sylvia with Pine Kiko Goats. Today we have a couple things going on. First of all, I'm going to grab some supplies, and I'm actually going to be banding the bucklings today, so they will be wethers. Now one of them I am keeping as a buck. That is Divine's buckling with the wattles. He's going to stay a buck. So he'll be an intact herd sire for someone's herd, and then the rest of the bucklings, I'm going to go ahead and get them weathered today. Also, a bit of bad news that I'm going to do some further investigation about is we've noticed some little scabs on the lips of some of Divine's babies, and we're thinking they could have sore mouth, which would not be good. It's also called ORF. It's a disease where they get like really sore lips, and it's a really infectious disease that can stay in the soil for a while, and so I'm gonna have to go further investigate that, take a look at them, and see if we might have to start doing something about that. In that case, I'd have to section off an area and until they're all better. So, bit of bad news, but I'll go investigate it further and see what needs to be done. Alright, so because Luna's udder got so big, because her bucklings Haven't been nursing quite as much lately because they're a little uncomfortable from getting banded. So as you can see, I'm milking Luna, and she's actually part Alpine dairy goat. She has a beautiful udder. She's actually quite pleasant to milk. She would make a great milker. So she's doing amazing. I've never really milked her a whole lot before. I've got babies climbing all over me. This is why I'd like to, oh dear. This is why I'd eventually like to have a milking parlor outside the pen, but for now I gotta deal with all these crazies. After milking Luna, here I am with a whole bowl full of fresh goat's milk. So what I'm going to be doing today is filtering out the milk first using a milk filter and a mason jar. First I put it on this way, and as you can see I made a mess and this way didn't work. So I took it off and I decided to try a different method for the filtering. So I put it on this way and that seemed to work okay. Now we just get to sit and wait for the milk to filter down. And after that process is done, I'm going to take out my silicone molds and I'm going to be pouring it into the molds. So meanwhile, we just wait for the milk to filter in. After it all filtered in, I took off the top part and that was just discarded, and then the bowl would be put into the sink to get washed. The rest of the milk, now comes the fun part. So I have my silicone molds, and here I am just pouring the milk into the molds while making a big fat mess, as usual. But that I'll clean up later. The important part is, here's how I prepare the milk for freezing. So the silicone molds make it so that you can easily take out small pieces at a time after it is frozen and use what you need. This milk I'm just going to stick in the freezer and use if we ever have bottle babies that we need the milk for, or maybe we'll even make some goat's milk soap in the future. The possibilities are endless. So lately we've been noticing that something isn't quite right with Kiko. She hasn't been feeding her babies much today and she just seems a little bit off. So I'm headed up there to give the goats their evening feeding, as well as checking on Kiko and seeing what's wrong with her, see if I can figure out what's going on. So keep you guys updated. So I've got Kiko in the stand, and as I look over her, I noticed that her udder is getting really dry and her skin is getting pretty flaked and dry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some bag balm and put it on her udder, and hopefully that's gonna make it so that she won't mind her kids nursing as much, and that can help nourish her skin. Sometimes, especially with Kiko's udder problems last year, it kind of ruined her udder a little bit. She's got one teat that's really big and then one that's a little more normal size on the other side. But then I also looked at her famacha and it's pretty light. It's almost white. So Kiko's going to need a dewormer and then some bag balm on her udder, and hopefully that will help get her back to normal. I'll keep checking on her and make sure that that's all she needs. because the does are looking a little bit scruffy, I am going to brush them down and get out some of that cashmere that's coming out of their winter coats. So let's get to brushing. I'll just give the rest of it to her after the video. Okay, well, anyways, that was quite the exciting treatment care for Kamara today.